I found out about LifeCo because I was researching health retreats after trying many different places. Some close friends actually recommended it to me as being like a really great place to get away. Yeah. I guess like everybody, I work super hard. I have quite a high stress job. I travel a lot. I've got really small kids. For me, it was an opportunity to sort of, it feels indulgent, but for me, it's like a necessity to kind of get away, recharge, focus, sort of look after myself. Yeah, that's my main thing. I mean, and sometimes actually coming to LifeCo, it's like the only opportunity I really have to do that kind of thing. Other holidays, you're kind of always doing things for other people. And here it's like an opportunity to really center on yourself. So at LifeCo, I do the Master Cleanse, which is basically fasting for 5 days. You have a mixture of like water-based shakes, volcanic water, enzymes, probiotics, and then for me, my choice, there's like a massive choice, but my choices tend to go towards lymphatic drainage, Balinese massages. I always get like IV protocols, like ozone therapy, obviously like colonic irrigation. So, and I actually this time I've really enjoyed more focusing on like yoga and meditation, whereas like the time I came before I was much more on sort of like personal training. So you can really like adapt it to your mood. So the treatments that I find are fantastic because there's obviously a lot of knowledge that goes into it. Like the whole program actually is really exceptional because you really feel that they know how to accompany you. Because I wouldn't recommend a cleanse. I mean, I have a lot of like maybe younger followers on Instagram, and perhaps they're looking at me saying, "Oh, you're fasting for 5 days." So I'm very like conscious about responsible fasting and responsible cleansing. And I think that coming to a place like here, the staff like follow you around with your juice to make sure you get your vitamins. So you're really like in a kind of cozy environment. The treatments for me were great. I had never done ozone therapy before, which I am now addicted to. Yeah, I think some of my favorite things are maybe like the lymphatic drainage. I think is really good. I think all the follow-up with like the doctors and like the blood test and the sugar level and all this kind of thing, I think is really great. It's really interesting. And yeah, I mean, everybody talks about the broth, the detox broth, which is like the only kind of sustenance that you really get, but it's so delicious. So I would love to have that recipe for when I go back. I'm sure they will give it to me. So the schedule at LifeCo. So this is like what the schedule looks at LifeCo. It's like super organized, and you can basically fill it as much as you want or don't want. So you can sleep, or you can do 50 million things like me. So an average day is basically waking up with your shake, which they bring to your room. Then you could go for a walk, go for a hike, see the beautiful scenery down to the beach, come back, have your what do we have? We have herbs and wheatgrass. Then they have a yoga class, like a communal yoga class, which is super nice, like beautiful view in the center of the place. And then you choose, so you can do, like for example, today I did a lymphatic drainage, then I had a hammam, then I did a yoga class, meditation, anti-aging, laser therapy. It's as full as you want it to be. I always try and do like 1 or 2 physical activities. So then I'll do maybe lymphatic drainage or a hammam. Then I would maybe have a little rest around, lunchtime kind of time. Have a little sleep maybe go for a walk. It's actually nice here because you can organize things with other people or not. Like if you want to be super alone and read your book, and that's fine. But there's also kind of communal activities, which can be quite nice if you're staying here like for like a decent amount of time. Then you could do like there's talks. There's actually a really interesting talk yesterday about life after detox and like giving you tips on how to integrate like the principles that you've learned here like into your daily life, which is super useful, but it's really varied. Like there's somebody talking about acupuncture and like Chinese medicine and this, that and the other. So there's definitely plenty to do, but you can choose however much you want to participate or not. Okay, I would say what changed in my daily life after my first detox was I've always been a healthy person. I mean, I guess you're a certain type of person who wants to come here, that you're interested in that, discovering more about, living a healthy life. But I have to say that it gave me a lot more focus and clarity about the decisions that I make, especially like concerning my food and my time and my sort of physical energy. Maybe it's helping you to kind of just be clear about the right choices that you're making, and also confirm, because you can read so much information about food and health, and maybe you're not sure like if you should be cooking with this oil, or things get a little bit confused because you've got so much information. Here it's just you kind of learn like the principles, and also just feel good in yourself, I think is something that you carry forward. And actually once you come, I feel like practically everybody who comes once comes back. It gets addictive. Okay, I mean, the reason that I came back was, first of all, just for the feeling. Like I felt so good when I left the place. Like there's nothing like that feeling. It's like, it's my new addiction. Like coming here, it's just, the feeling that you have, you feel so clean and healthy and lighter and focused. Balanced. I actually came back here as well because I love the staff here. I think they're really attentive, super professional. They'll come and find you anywhere, all over the place, to give you your vitamins or your probiotics, there's a real family kind of feeling here, which I really love. Also the facilities, the location is just so gorgeous. It's actually really easy for me to get here in Turkey rather than, other locations from Paris, London. It's quite convenient for me to come here. Also the weather is good in summer. So here I would say like detoxing here for me is like quite easy, pleasurable almost. Well, for me, very pleasurable. And also quite often when you go to these kind of clinics, they can be quite, when you go to one of these kind of, what would you call it? A resort? No, it's not a resort. Yeah. When you come, when you come to these kind of wellness centers, often it can feel quite clinical. And I think here they've really got a nice balance between the sort of spiritual and the wellness, which is quite unique. So that's why I come here. Yeah, I mean, what would my last words be? I think I just say that it's for anybody who's hesitating and wondering if it's right for them. You can definitely adapt your program to suit you. I mean, there's all different types of people here for all different types of reasons. And you've got sporty women in fashion, you've got older men, you've got business women, you've got pop stars, you've got bankers, and you've just got a wide variety of people. You can really just be like at peace with yourself and detox in a comfortable, pleasurable way in a beautiful setting.